almost look like they twisted it up out the ground. If you look here, I'm gonna bring this close to the camera. If you look here, you'll see what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to take these roots and we're gonna want to straighten them all out. We're gonna straighten them out so that when we put them in the ground, they grow out like that instead of growing in a twist motion into the ground, and then the tree don't get its full strength. All these roots you want to go in every direction so that the tree will grow at its strongest. And right here, this is the bulb of the tree. What we want to do when we plant, most likely we're going to plant this, we're going to dig the hole a foot, we're going to make a little mound in the bottom so this very bottom can sit right on the bottom, and these spread out, and then we're going to bury it back up. This is the bulb, probably just right there, just a slight little piece of the bulb sticking up out the ground, because over time with compaction and gravity and with the dirt settling, as this get bigger and heavier, the tree is naturally going to start to settle naturally over time. So this bulb will stick its own self over a season or two into the ground even further. All right, so that's what we're going to attempt to do. We're going to get this one in the ground in the hole that we dug, and we're going to spread it out. Okay, now the idea when you grow on trees that I've learned is this: fruit trees in particular, you got one, the next one should be 10 to 15 feet away, because over time these roots underground spread 6, 8, 10 feet, and even if they meet underground sometime, they naturally going to start to grow where the roots won't overtake each other and kill the other tree in the growing process. Now as we plant the next tree, we have a cherry tree right on this side of the camera, so I even have to take into consideration how far the next tree is, not just from this first tree I plant, but even from a tree that's already planted, so that as its roots spread out and its roots spread out, they don't kill one another. This is part of growing trees. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this one in the ground, God willing, and then we'll show y'all a little bit of what we do with the next tree. But this first one we plant in is plum. I think the other one, what's the other one we got? What is it, a peach?
Yeah, peach.
A peach tree, and I think we got a pear tree. So we got cherries, peach, plums, pears. That's some good eating. All right. All right, take a break. That tree before, set it in there, get an idea of what we're working with. Set it right like in the middle of the ground. Okay, so bury it that low. We'll stick it slightly. What we're going to do, we're going to kind of dig out this middle a little bit more just to make a little deeper hole so I can put the dirt back in it, so when we set this, it's going to actually sink in a little bit. All right, you're fine. So here, right here, we're going to dig a hole. That's big on YouTube? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now you hold me. Now the idea is to spread these around and create this little mound right here. It's like a little slight dirt mound, but it's deep under there. See the worm? Mm-hmm. That lets you know if when you find worms in the soil, That lets you know that it's good because the worms are aerating the soil. They actually eat impurities and stuff out of the soil. And when they, if you believe worms do, when they when they do what they do, it actually helps the soil replenish. That's why in the basement of the house we got a whole bin full of worms, because worms is used in the garden, a wormery. And you can also use that for fishing when you deal with fish, but that's a whole nother subject, whole nother time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of push that down in here. See that mound? That's why I wanted to hold, so we can kind of push that down in there so it can have a little bit of stability. Now, the thing is to straighten these out so that they grow in their own directions. You didn't just want all of them together in one place, so they could go that way, this way, the whole nine. Do what they do. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this dirt, we're gonna start to push the dirt back on top to make sure that all the roots are covered. And the lumps, the ones that got big lumps with grass, just use the bottom portion. Don't use the grass top. You just want to get the dirt off the bottom. Toss the grass out. Toss the grass pieces of the wood. What's that mean? Worms don't get me.
I didn't use the shovel.
Use the shovel. That's right. That's right. Make it nice and fine. Okay. So this bulb, we're gonna fill this up some more to about right here. A little bit of that bulb gonna naturally stick out. Now, one thing we gotta get is the string. I'm gonna have to probably go over to the store and get some string, because I don't think that they left us any more of those chain straps. Because we're gonna put posts in the side, tie it just so in the wind, you know, don't blow the tree over. And as the tree grows, it grows straight up and not just grow sideways. All right. Yeah, and that's why this why it's the best day to do it, because we planting it. Y'all see it's cloudy as heck out here. Thunderstorm coming in about an hour or so. So we come plant these. We ain't even gotta water them. God gonna water it for.
Thunderstorm. I'm gonna sit right on the perch. I can't wait.
Who better to be a caretaker of your garden than the Lord God of heaven?
Ready? Give me the gloves. Sprinkle dinkly doo.
Now, y'all see what we doing. We making a mound here. And now what we're going to do is just put the rest of the dirt around the outside to the middle. We're not going to cover the middle no more. But what we is going to do is just, for a little bit's sake, just kind of step on it to compact that dirt around it. The tree's so little, it don't take much to compact the dirt.
Put it on the outside.
Y'all see we got the little brothers out here working. When they get older, either they gonna continue to help us do this, or if they make their own moves, they'll have some knowledge of how to grow something and take care of it and take care of themselves. That's a 17-year-old and a ridiculously big 16-year-old nephew of mine right there. He about my size. I got him by about 20 pounds, but that's a big boy right there. So